And just start to take a little movement with your body so you can settle into a seat that feels pretty comfortable. I know that sitting up cross-legged isn't that comfortable after a while. You can roll your shoulders up and back a few times. Rest your hands on your knees. And then think about rocking forward on the fronts of your sitting bones, but then kind of leaning back so you can roll your shoulders back, stack your ears over your shoulders. So finding a good posture. And then start to breathe, or well, you're already breathing, but start to focus on your breath. And notice where it's at. Mine lately has been up in this area, shoulders and upper chest, because I'm anxious, like we all are. So when I come into my yoga practice and when I feel kind of some of those waves of emotion hitting me, I try to draw the breath down into my low back and belly. And it just feels a little more grounding that way. Then we can get the shoulders down and start to relax through your collarbone and jaw and neck. So as you deepen your breath and go towards the breath that you want to have for your practice this morning, try to draw it down and draw the motion and the power down into this area. So let's just take a minute or two to focus on breath. Set yourself up with a breath that will support you through your practice, something that's dynamic, but still low and steady, smooth. Take time here to observe yourself. You're looking at you're focusing on your breath. And just take a look at your mind, overall mood. And then on your inhale, bring your left arm up and over. And you can cross your midline by bringing your right hand over your left knee if you'd like. And just take a big side stretch. Think of inhaling up and out of your hips, lengthening your spine, and then going over. You're not having to go too far. You can kind of spin open and look up, see how that feels. You can spin down, making a little movement, finding a little more space with every inhale. And then on an exhale, lower your left arm down slowly. Change sides. Bring your left arm up. You can cross your midline if you'd like. Inhaling your chest up, lengthening through your low back. Maybe spinning open. Taking any kind of movement you want to take here. Feel through your shoulder. Big side stretch. Visualize the shape your spine is making here. And then come out of it. Just a gentle twist. Looking to your right, sit up tall. Change sides. We'll get into a deeper twist a little later. Just want to get our spine warmed up. Come back to center. Put your hands behind you, fingers facing you. Just walk them back a little ways. And then actively push down. Straighten your arms and feel the stretch through the front of your shoulders and chest. Inhale, wings, look up. Big deep breath. Expand through your ribs, through your sternum, collarbone, and shoulders. Maybe let your head hang back, close your mouth, close your jaw. And then come back. Let's do a forward fold here, getting into some of the muscles in the hips. Just keep your, actually, let's cross our legs the other way, just to change it up a little bit while we're here. And then lengthen with an inhale. Exhale, go forward until you find a stretch. You want to keep a long spine here, so don't round here. Keep a long spine, feel it through your hips, and you can kind of move around a little bit. And if you find an area in your hips or in your low back that you're feeling a little resistance or a little tension from, hang out there for a little bit. Use your exhale, kind of try to work through it or into it a little bit more. Take another breath or two. And then we'll come on to hands and knees for cat and cow. Use your inhale to draw your shoulders back and tip your pelvis all the way forward. Use your exhale, point your tailbone down and round. You can tuck your chin into your chest. And go back and forth with your breath. This is a great place to try to even out your breath even more. You're still keeping it deep. Inhale and exhale become balanced and linked. And more even. Notice the beginning, middle, and end of your inhale, of your exhale. Try to make it smooth all the way across as you move to cat and cow and any other movement you want to take here. Bump your hips from side to side or make circles with your hips. I always like to stretch out my wrist here so I kind of bring my weight forward, rock it from side to side, feeling through your hands and wrists. Get into your shoulders. Can you kind of roll your shoulders around? And then come into downward dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Walk out the backs of your legs. Look from left to right and move your head around a little bit. See how your neck and jaw are feeling. Take a few steps forward and just stay there and keep kind of bumping your hips from side to side, shortening your downward dog. You may want to come up onto your fingertips. Take a few more steps, just walking yourself forward to your hands as far as you can go. Halfway lift on an inhale, lengthen your spine, and then fold forward. Let's hang out in this first forward fold for a while. So widen your stance. I take my feet way wider than my shoulders even. And you can take opposite elbows and kind of sway. You could bring your forearms to your thighs. And keep moving the weight around in your feet. Lengthening your spine. Take another little halfway lift here. Coming up, lengthening with your inhale, and then exhale, go back down. Take one more exhale. Reach up. And come into mountain pose. Take that same exploratory movement we were doing in the seated breath work at the beginning. Take a little movement in your stance. Shift your weight around in your feet. Find the perfect stance for you. Something that feels empowering. Good posture here. And then try to use your breath to find your balance of effort and ease here. You want to stand in a dynamic way, but you also want to find ease, be able to relax. So take a few breaths, really focusing on that, using wise effort. A few more breaths here, smooth, even, balanced breath. Low breaths, feeling your belly and your low back expand, shoulders are relaxed. Make it to just be still here. With your next inhale, bring your arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. And let's hold plank for a few. Look out towards the top of your mat. Really press into your hands. Take your shoulder blades wide. Really strong in your upper back. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib so you're activating core stability. Push through your heels. Whole body working together. How can you use wise effort or a little more ease in this posture? Where can you find it? Your whole body's working together here, but you can keep your face relaxed, your neck relaxed. Take one more inhale here, maybe pitching your weight forward a little bit, and then lower yourself down. Come onto your forearms for Sphinx, and explore your back bend. Take a little movement. It's a great place to move your neck a little bit. Do it all very slowly. Any exploratory movement that you're taking, your mind is focused right there on what you're feeling. Check out your legs. You want to be resting on the tops of your feet. You can kind of press your feet actively down, point your tailbone down, get a little traction with your hands and forearms, and pull your chest forward. Take a big inhale, pull forward. Keep pulling forward as you exhale and lower down. Tuck your chin and bring your forehead down to the mat. Take a breath here and listen to your smooth and even breath. Prepare for a push-up. Tuck your toes. You might want to use your knees here. Push up to high plank and back to down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. Come forward and through to your back bend, up dog, or whatever back bend feels best for you. And then push yourself back to down dog. Deep, smooth breath here in downward dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Reach up. And come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale forward and through. And back down dog. One more deep breath here. And at the beginning of your next inhale, walk your feet forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. Come forward and through. And go back to down dog. Look up to your hands. Step your right foot forward for a high lunge. Now, ideally, I'd like you to stay on the ball of your back foot back there. But if you need to spin your back heel down, do it. So you're either on the ball of your back foot or you've brought your heel down and you're pushing to the outside edge of your back foot. Now, play around with the placement of your pelvis. You want to try to draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib to activate some core stability. Let's see what that does with your back knee. If I do that, I have to bend my back knee a little bit. If I really push through my back heel, my pelvis tips forward. So just kind of notice what feels best and most stable for you. Arms up, pinky spin in, drop your shoulders down into their sockets. Strong legs. Slowly start to extend your front leg. So you're straightening your front leg. And then step your back foot in just a little bit. We're setting it for pyramid pose here. So I want your feet to be facing the front of your mat. Your toes are pointed towards the front of the mat. Inhale, length. And on your exhale, go forward over your right leg. And take a little movement here. Rock your hips a little bit from side to side. You can draw your left hip way back and then pull it forward. Lift your toes. See if you can find a little more strength in the front of your legs. What else can you find here? Maybe you start to round your forehead down towards your right leg. We're going to take a modified version of triangle pose here. So put your right hand on your right foot or ankle. Bring your left arm up. You can turn your left toes out a little bit and guide your left hip back. Feel the length in the back of your right leg. Lengthen both sides of your torso. Find a little more space in your left shoulder. Maybe take a little movement there. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Frame your front foot. Let's take low lunge now. Bend your right knee. Step your left toes back, your left foot back, into low lunge. Add a gentle twist, planting your left wrist under your left shoulder. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Look to the right. You can kind of drop your left shoulder down while you draw your right shoulder back, twisting. Come back to center. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Smooth and even breaths in downward dog. Look up to your hands. Bring your left foot forward for high lunge. You're going to try to stay on the ball and toes of your back foot, or you bring your back heel down and push to the outside edge of your back. Try to see if you can stack your left knee above your left ankle and play around with the position of your pelvis. Find your most stable stance here with your back knee pushing through your back heel. And then fine tune through your hands and arms. Really lighten up through your hands. Relax your jaw. You're going to start to extend your front knee, or straighten your front knee. And then hop your back foot forward just a little bit, coming onto your back foot. Setting up for pyramid, legs are strong. Toes and hips are facing the front edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go forward. Take a little movement here. What can you find? I want you to take your awareness up to the top of your left hamstring and down the back of your left leg and see what you find there. Maybe lift your toes or even come up onto your left heel. Hit your weight forward on your left foot and draw your right hip forward and down. We're going to build that kind of modified version of triangle. Bring your left hand to your left shin. You might want to turn your right toes out towards the edge of your mat a little bit. Bring your right arm up and find length in space. Then you look up at your right thumb. Creating a little more space and expansion with every inhale. Little movement with your shoulders. And then on your next exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. You're going to go into low lunge. Step your right foot back. Take a little movement here. Start to plant your right wrist under your right shoulder. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left knee. Look to the left and twist. With every inhale, lengthen, and with every exhale, twist a little more. Come back to center, step back to plank, take your vinyasa. Bend your knees, lift your hands, walk or jump, your feet to hands, halfway lift, forward fold, reach up, and come into mountain. Stand in mountain for a little bit, maybe you take a little movement. I want to prepare to take some balance postures. So the principles we use in balance are the same as what we use in mountain. You want to stand in a dynamic way, but you also want to find relaxation wherever you can. Keep a steady and even breath. Balance postures in your practice can be a great place for you to clear your mind. So let's start to shift our weight onto our right foot. And whatever you do, don't look at me because when I'm looking at the camera, I'm not very good at these balance postures. So I have to kind of use my drishti gaze too, bringing your gaze to something that's not moving. So start to hover your left knee, stacking your left ankle under your left knee, and you can bring your arms up. Now start to extend your left leg, pushing your foot forward, really strong. With every inhale, lift it up. We're going to go into warrior three from here. So now you're going to take your left heel towards the wall behind you. Hinge and bring your gaze down. And then notice if you can level out your hips. Can you point your left toes down towards the floor? Pull your abs in and up. And on your next inhale, come up. Bring your feet together, reach up. Exhale your arms down. Take a few breaths. Little movement here. And get ready for the next side. Start in mountain. Make your breath smooth and even. Notice if you're holding tension in your shoulders. See if you can relax through there. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot. Engage your left glutes, lengthen your spine, lift your pelvic floor. And then start to hover your right knee. Inhaling your knee up. Exhale, push down into your left foot. Arms come up. Start to extend your front leg. And then go into warrior three. Hinge. Take your right foot back. Can you point your right toes down or drop your right hip down a little bit to level out your low back? On your next inhale, bring your feet together, come up. Exhale your arms down. And relax here. Take a little movement. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Stay here in plank for a few, really pressing through your hands and heels. Gaze out towards the top of your mat. Pitch your weight forward. Lower yourself down with control. We're going to take shoulder roll here. So take your left arm out. Use your right hand to roll yourself back. You may want to bring your right arm up. Keep your head gently lifted. One more inhale. And then come back onto the front side of your body. Prop yourself up for space. Take a few breaths here. Okay, we're going to take the thread the needle, the deeper version of thread the needle. It's kind of like a reverse shoulder roll. So you're going to push into your right hand, bring your left arm under, threading the needle, and then lay right on top of it. So you don't want to pull it through so far that you start to twist and open up to your right. You want both hip bones, tips of your pelvis, to be on the mat. You can lay down heavy over your left arm. And you can rest your forehead on your right forearm, or if you want a little more, you can bring your right arm down by your side. So if you feel like you can't breathe here, I tuck my chin into my arm. So I've got a longer neck and just more space to breathe. So let's stay here for like another 5 to 7 deep breaths. Getting a little heavier with these last 2 exhales. And then come back to center. Come back to Sphinx. We're going to take shoulder roll on the other side now. So you're going to take your right arm out. Use your left hand to roll yourself back. Maybe you lift your left arm. Make a little movement with your head. One more big inhale. And come onto the front side of your body with your exhale. Prop yourself back up into Sphinx. We'll take thread the needle here. Push into your left hand. Bring your right arm under your left arm. Get heavy over your right arm. Rest your forehead on your left forearm if you'd like. Or you can bring your left arm down by your side. Another way to deepen this one, I forgot to mention it on the other side, is you could take your right knee up and out to leverage you into the pose a little more. You can try that out, see how that feels. Find relief and relax with every exhale. Putting your leg in, gently come out of it. Prop yourself up. Let the blood flow back to your right hand. Take a little movement with your right hand and wrist. Push up to hands and knees. For kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down towards the floor. Rise up. One last pass at downward dog. Tuck your toes. Come up. Take a little movement. Take a little movement. And then start to settle in here, fine tuning. You want to add strength in the front of your body, so pull your abs in up. Look back at your knees, engage your quadriceps and knees and chin. And you can push into your hands, feel your forearms engaged. Think about drawing your humerus bone, your upper arm bone, into the socket and holding it there with strength. Let your head hang heavy and relax through your neck. How engaged can you make the front side of your body in downward dog? Walk your feet forward and come onto your back. Bend your knees, step your feet up. You're going to cross right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Hug the back of your left thigh in. Find a stretch in your right glutes. You can pin a rock over to the left. Hug it in a little more. Keep finding that, keep looking for a deeper stretch. And then unravel and change sides. Bring your left ankle across the top of your right thigh. Hug it in. If you're looking for more, rock a little bit to the right. Or lean into the right. Unravel your legs. Bring the soles of your feet together on the mat. Let your knees open up. Reclining butterfly. You can take your arms out into a goalpost shape. You can look straight up at the ceiling, or you can close your eyes here. Three more big, deep breaths here. And then bring your knees together. Walk your feet out to the outside edges of the mat. Drop your knees in towards each other. And just rock from side to side. Drop one knee in and the other. Do that a couple times, dropping your knees down into the middle as low as you can. And then drop your right knee down as low as you can. And take your left leg and cross it over to weigh it down. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. Change sides. Drop your left knee in as deep as you can. And then use your right foot or ankle or leg to weigh it down. Release. Walk your feet back in. We're going to take frog on our back. So stack your knees right above your hips. And then take your ankles right out from your knees. Use your hands to guide your knees open. Flex your feet and ankles. And I kind of grab behind my knees so I can work on opening my hips a little more. So I use my strength of my arms to kind of guide one knee down, then the other. You can kind of move your feet and stretch out your legs, finding the hip opener here. And then from this version of frog, we'll take happy baby. So now you can reach for your toes or the outsides of your feet and pull your knees up and down towards the floor on each side of you. And again, you can kind of rock from side to side, extending one and then the other. See what you feel here. Can you draw your shoulder blades down towards the mat a little more? One more big deep breath.
bring your legs down. Stretch your arms up overhead, reach your body long. And then when you're ready, come into Shavasana. Bring your arms down into the low V or just spread out as much as you want. Tuck your shoulder blades together under your back. Find a position that feels comfortable enough that you can be here for the next 4 or 5 minutes and not move. And just breathe. Begin to deepen your breath and bring awareness back. Create a little movement. Gently rock your head over to one side, massaging your scalp. And then the other.
ready, roll over onto your side. Take a few deep breaths there. Help yourself come up to a comfortable seat. Thank you very much for sharing your yoga practice with me today. Namaste. Love you. Bye.